to Mindbody Insights, an interview series where I sit down with experts in the field of holistic health to increase awareness of our mind-body systems and share practical tools you can start to implement right away to have positive impact on your life. My name is Chelsea Kapp. I am the founder of Brooklyn Mindbody Collective, a wellness center offering complementary holistic healthcare to our community while supporting one another's growth as practitioners. And today I am thrilled to welcome Felicia Russell, who is a licensed massage therapist at BMC, who has 9 years of experience offering customized sessions to help her clients with a myriad of issues, from back and neck pain to recovery after surgery and childbirth. She has been an instructor at the Cortiva Institute, teaching subjects ranging from anatomy and physiology to clinical foundations. And our topic of conversation today centers around the lymphatic system, something that isn't too well known. Felicia is going to teach us what the system is, what the signs of health and dysfunction are, and how we can better care for this system to improve our immune system and our vitality. Welcome, Felicia. I'm so happy to have you here today.
Hi, Chelsea. Thanks for having me. I'm so happy
Absolutely.
to be here.
Yeah, excited to learn from you today. So
Yes.
jumping right in, I would love to hear about what is the lymphatic system and why does it matter?
Awesome. Thank you so much for asking that question because I think that the lymphatic system is somewhat of an unsung hero of our systems. It doesn't get as much praise as any of the others, and we kind of don't really know how important it is to us when it's really, really super important. So I just want to start with talking about the word lymphatic. So lymphatic in itself, the lympha, it's Latin for clear waters. So basically, what our lymphatic system is, our bodies are made up 60 to 70% water. And just like the blood has a circulation system, which is through the heart, the lymphatic has its own system, and that's all the other fluids. That's plasma, and that includes white blood cells and as well. And so what the lymphatic has three main jobs, and its main jobs are to collect and maintain the fluids from like our extremities. So in that way, you can attribute it to plumbing. If you had something going on in your arm, you would continue to swell in there, and it's not draining properly. So it maintains the fluid in that way. It collects and maintains. It transports it back to the heart. The second thing it does is it filters and fights infections. So that's how it's major like component of the immune system. It has white blood cells, and we have lymph nodes. Lymph nodes can be felt in your throat, under your arm, and at your groin mostly. Um, these little nodes, like if you're sick or recovering from a cold, you'll feel it more in your neck. And so in these nodes, they're like security check systems, right? Inside of their lymph is like filtered, and it's checking for pathogens, cellular waste, and then it's taking that same fluid and then bringing it back around to the heart so it can be recirculated through the body. Um, Lymph can be felt so superficially, and that's how it can be mm, manipulated. I like to say it as it's so superficial that when you get a burn, that fluid that you see inside of that burn, that's lymph. And so that's how I'm able to use manual lymph therapy to assist in that. And then the last one thing that the last of the three things that it does, it absorbs fats that are digested in your small intestine. And that's one of the last ways that it does. So it takes those digested fats that are too big and too large to fit cellularly into the bloodstream, and it redistributes in that way because lymph is able to carry a bigger load than what your blood capillaries are able to carry on a micronutrient level.
It's a really great overview of what the lymphatic system is and how important it is for our immune system and for healing and all this stuff. And what would you say are the signs of a healthy versus an unhealthy lymphatic system?
hmm So the ways that you would be able to tell if you're having an unhealthy lymphatic system would be if you're feeling fatigue, like overall low energy, sleep or diet doesn't seem to help so much, you might be having an overload in your system. So like I said, for that second part of filtering, it takes out cellular waste and it detoxes tissues. So when
Mm.
you're having, like, on your skin, our skin is our largest organ, you can have rashes or acne or some type of something that going on with your skin, and you're gonna know, hey, something's out of whack here. Another way to see that would be puffiness in the face, hands, or ankles. Those would be like indicators that everything is not draining properly from, like, the furthest parts of your body. On that same branch, we would have the healthy side, right? That means that you're feeling really energized. That means that your skin is clear. That means that you're not having that extra swelling or bloated feeling, even if it's at a specific time of month or after you're eating something. You're not going to have that overall feeling of fatigue, and you're gonna feel great. You're gonna feel energetic, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think that's one of
absolutely.
the great ways to notice when your lymphatic system is actually working the way it should be.
Yeah, those are really great things that we can all easily look for in ourselves. And can you share with us 2 to 3 do it yourself tips for how we can make sure our lymphatic system is functioning at its full caliber?
Yeah, I love to. So I would say, like we mentioned in the beginning, that our bodies are 60 to 70% water, right?
Mm.
So a number one way that we can help this process and help these clear waters stay clear is to drink more water. Your
Mm.
water intake is going to be the number one tool that you can do. Yes, love me too. Yep,
Always
water
got
is
one
gonna
nearby.
be water is gonna be your number one tool because it helps. It's gonna help you to just get rid of that waste. It's a surefire assist to help your body with that process. And also, you always hear it, but it's one of the pillars of a healthy lymphatic system is to eat well and have a good diet. So
Mhm.
you're going to want to try to have those leafy greens, nuts, seeds. Those are all berries, spices. Those are ways that you can help. And I even read that, like, jumping, you can like channel your inner child and jump on a trampoline, because
Mhm.
that is a jolt to everything. Like, you're jumping around, you're getting things moving in a different way.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was a really cool way to like get things moving around. And like mentioned of lymph being so superficial, you can do dry brushing.
Mm.
Dry brushing is a great way to help your body before you get into the shower. You can do like some dry brushing sessions, and that really helps as well. That helps if you're feeling especially bloated with PMS or anything like that. Dry brushing helps to
Yeah,
get
and
things moving
I
around.
know dry brushing is something without you having to get into a whole tutorial, but people could easily look up, like Google search how to
Yeah,
dry brush, and there's something about you always work from the extremities to the heart, again, like you
right.
were saying, to return that the fluid
Hmm.
to the heart where it can be recirculated. So that's something that if people are interested in, they can really easily access more information about.
Hmm.
And when would someone want to seek out professional support for this, and how would you recommend that they go about that?
Hmm. Okay, so manual lymphatic drainage is a certification in its own. Um, I am a massage therapist, and I've had specific schooling for that, and I've got a degree in that part. But this took an extra 10 weeks. So you have to be certified. They teach you thoroughly of the touch that's needed, um, how the lymphatic system functions in depth, and I think that that is, when you're looking for someone, you're going to want to look for someone who has the education, because that is going to
Mm.
be key. Um, Either you're using this as a way to help your body detox, or you're coming from surgery, or you're having some kind of pre or post surgical procedure that you're having, rotator cuff surgery. I've had people with rotator cuff surgery, cosmetic, lipo, anything like that where your body is swelling. You can use lymphatic drainage to assist with that
Yeah,
process.
and it's light, right? The work of the session is very light, so people don't
Hmm.
need to worry about being in pain. It's actually very comfortable, right?
Right. So this touch is really, really a light touch. There's some areas where you do need to use a little bit more pressure, but because so much of it is located at a superficial level, there are going to be different techniques that you use that feel really like really light. Even though it's a light work, it's working with you so deeply. You know, it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be the no pain, no gain. I have
Mm-hmm.
other tools in my box where I can use heavier or more pressure, or I know how to manipulate muscles in that way. But this is, it takes a different kind of care. And although I'm not pushing hard, you are getting that profound effect. You know,
Yeah.
it's reaching you on a deeper level.
Yeah. And that it works really like right away, right? Like people can
Yeah.
actually see and feel results after their very first session. Isn't that right?
Yeah. So after your first session, every body type is different. And you want to keep that in mind when you're having this kind of procedure, because this treatment, I like to tell my clients for aftercare that after 72 hours, that's when you're going to see your best results. Although when you get off the table, you may see results straight off the table, and like, yay, I'm happy for those results. You're going to feel happy seeing those results, but it is a more deep change that you're going to feel. And it's going to take those 3 days. So you're going to want to drink that water just to help your body continue to eliminate those toxins, eliminate anything that we may have broken down during the session.
Awesome. So I want
Hmm.
to let our listeners know that we actually did put together a one pager just going over some of the basic bullet points that Felicia has shared today so that you can go back and use it as a reference and have those DIY tips. And we're going to link to that in the description of this video. So you'll be able to click there and then get that one pager with Felicia's awesome information and tips. And Felicia, how else can people follow your work? How can they maybe work with you directly if they're in New York City?
Hmm. Um, you can find me on Brooklyn Mindbody on Instagram with you all, BMC. And you can find me at BK Therapeutics on Instagram. And there's links to our booking site and how you can have a consultation with me for lymphatic drainage. I do prefer to have a consultation more than with massage because I want to know what you're coming in for. If you're doing an overall wellness, if you want to help your body detox, or if you have had a procedure or some type of issue you want to address during the session, just so that I can have a note of what we're going to do during the session. You can have an idea. I can tell you how to prepare, what to expect, and you can ask me any type of questions that you might have about the session in that 15 minutes. And that consultation is also going to be in that booking link.
Great. Anyone in New York City who needs this work, if any of this sounded like, oh, I think I need that, then I really recommend reaching out to Felicia through our website, brooklynmindbody.com. And Felicia, thank you so much for hopping on today and sharing your wealth of information. And thank you to everyone who's watched today.
Thanks for having me, Chelsea. I love being here. Thanks.
My pleasure. Bye, everyone.